Hello everyone, welcome to the very first testing hot new makeup of 2026. Happy New Year everyone. I truly hope you all had a wonderful holiday season. With the new year comes a lot of new makeup releases. What I've noticed though in putting together this video is that the drugstore is pushing out more newness right now than mid-range brands or high-end brands. So this month's video is more drugstore product heavy, which some people will be happy about, some won't. But if you would like to see how I achieved this look using a full face of some of the hottest new makeup releases, then please keep watching. All right, we gotta get this hair out of the way. Just a few more days until I get these grays touched up. I did already moisturize my skin, and this is what I used. And the foundation I'm testing today is from NYX. This is the Make 'em Wonder Soft Matte Buildable Foundation. I purchased the shade 12N. It says here that Make 'em Wonder Soft Matte Foundation is a skincare-infused weightless foundation that delivers pro-level buildable coverage with a real skin finish for all-day comfort. It comes in 45 shades and retails for $16. Okay, let's start with the packaging. The bottle looks tiny, but it does still contain 1 fluid ounce, which is typical of most liquid foundations. The bottle is all plastic, so that does make it very travel friendly. Personally, I prefer a foundation with a pump. Hopefully this doesn't get clogged. That is my only concern about a squeeze tube like this. And to apply it, I'm going to use one of these new Morphe brushes. It's not a new brush number. This is M108, but they just launched this Buttery Blends version. So all the brushes are in this butter yellow color. I thought this one looked interesting because I don't really tend to use foundation brushes that are slightly angled like this. So again, this is shade 12 Natural. All of the products I'm using in this video and the shade names will be listed and linked in the description box of this video. I get asked in every single video, where are the links? What shade did you use in the foundation? What shade did you use in the concealer? And I'll be honest, sometimes I do forget to list the shades, but most of the time they are there. Oh, I like this. I think I did a good job guessing my shade. My pores look good, and I'm not using any pore refining primer or anything. I do need to go in with some more because it wasn't that spreadable. I do like this brush though. I feel like it's applying the foundation really nicely. I kind of like that it has this angle. I think there's a BK Beauty foundation brush that is also angled, but it's much bigger. I don't think they make one quite like this. Okay, the only problem I see with this foundation is that you have to use quite a bit to cover your whole face. So each time I'm going in, I'm using about this much. Actually, that was a little bit more than I have been using. Now I will try it again with a sponge. Maybe it's more blendable that way. Well, I shouldn't say it's not blendable. It's just not super concentrated to where I get a lot of coverage with a small amount. Now it says that it's buildable, so I'm adding a little bit more along my jawline, which is the area, my biggest area of concern. Okay, it's clinging on my nose a little bit. All right, well, I like the coverage. I like the way it looks on my skin. It is buildable. So far, so good. All right, for concealer, I'm trying the new e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Concealer. In this, I purchased the shade 21 Light Neutral. A lot of people really like the Soft Glam foundation from e.l.f. I was not a fan. I don't remember why I didn't like it, but I remember not liking it. I believe I tried it in one of my, oh, hello, is there anything in here? One of my testing hot new makeup videos from the spring. I'm fairly certain I didn't like it because I feel like it didn't last long on my skin and it made me really shiny. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is a little more yellow than I typically like, but that's okay. Oh, blends out nicely. I'm gonna put some of it on my lid to even out my skin tone there. I like the consistency. It's very, not runny, but sort of liquidy versus a thicker cream texture. I would say that the new Maybelline Lifter Concealer is a little bit creamier. This one's a little bit thinner, more liquidy. It's not high coverage, but it's covering. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I do like this type of applicator though. All right, we'll give that a couple minutes and then I'll look up close. I do like how it's not like a matte concealer. It is very satin. So if you have really dry under eyes, you'll probably really like this. I'm gonna use a little bit less on this side. I don't know if you're like me, but I don't know if you too have one side, one eye with darker circles than the other, but that's how mine are. This eye always looks more bluish purple than this eye. Oh, okay. I like this concealer. I want to read what some of the claims are for this concealer. It says that it is a hydrating, medium buildable coverage concealer with a creamy, lightweight feel and satin finish. Okay, the next product I'm going to use is not new. It's new to me though, and it's my video, my rules, so I thought, you know what? I really want to try it. I don't want to wait till tomorrow when I do my makeup to try it, so I'm going to put it in this video. This is the ColourPop Bronze Stick in Moonstone Beach. The color is good, and it's blending out nicely. Oh yeah, the color is really good. I wasn't so sure when I first applied it. All right, let's look at this concealer now that it's had a chance to settle. It does look good still. I definitely used too much on this eye. I like it. And now we're going to try the NYX Wonder Snatch Shade 2 Cheeky Cherry. Now, when this arrived from Ulta, I ordered it online. I took this out of the package, this out of the package, and then the highlighter that I'm going to be using as well out of the package. And I've got to say, I felt like I had ordered minis or travel sizes because everything is so small. And then I went and looked at my Huda Beauty travel size powder, and it's the same. It is literally the same size as a travel powder. They both contain the same amount. I wish I could speak to someone at NYX and ask them why they gave us such a small amount of powder. I mean, I guess I understand if they just want you to use this, a shade like this, as your under eye powder. You don't need as much. And they do make other shades that are more to set the face. The tinted shades are to color correct and brighten, and then the other shades that they have in this range, let me see here. There's 3 color correcting shades and 5 skin tone shades, or 4 skin tone shades plus translucent. Now I do believe it came with a puff, and mine has already disappeared. So I'm gonna take my brush and put that underneath the eye, and it does give some nice brightening. I'm gonna try it with a puff too though. I just put some in the cap, and now I'm picking it up with a puff. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing it this way if you have really dry under eyes. I would definitely use a brush instead. But if your under eyes aren't super dry, a puff does give more of a brightening effect if you're using one of the color correcting shades. Then I'm going to go back to the brush for my T-zone. Let's see how it does at blurring my pores. Yeah, it's doing a nice job. It's doing a real nice job. I don't think I will go buy another shade to use all over the face, simply because I have so many other powders that I love to set the rest of my face. But if you're traveling and you want something that's not quite as expensive as the Huda Beauty, then this is definitely a great option. Okay, I like the way my skin is looking. Now I am super excited to try the newly reformulated Milani Baked Bronzer. They have reformulated their baked blushes as well, and I purchased 3 of them. I will talk about those in another upcoming video, but today I wanted to try the bronzer. And I'm using a Patrick Ta angled bronzer brush. And let's see. Ooh. Ooh, my goodness. This shade might be a little dark for me. Oh my goodness, I definitely have to do something I will have to do something, some fixing to make my face match my chest. I love this though. It's very blurring. And wow, okay. Bronze Goddessy. It has a little bit of a glow to it as well. Oh, I like this. All right, I'm gonna do my brows off camera because I don't have a new brow product to show you, and then we're gonna move on to eyes. I scoured the internet looking for a new eyeshadow palette launch or something new that I could use for this video in the eye category, and I found nothing except for the new Natasha Denona, the Eye Sculpt palette in Cool. And that didn't excite me at all. I'm sure it's a great palette for people who want cooler tones, but I just didn't think that was exciting or interesting enough for this type of video. And then I remembered that Merit had, not that recently, but in the last 2 months or so, come out with their solo eyeshadows in a sheen formula. And I love an eyeshadow with a sheen. So I have 2 of them here. One is called Sartorial and the other one is called Glacé. I think I'm going to do like a halo eye where I place the darker color on the inner and outer corner and then place a lighter shade in the center. Now I used to have the Merit Beauty eyeshadow brush that was perfect for these and I cannot find it. I gotta get close and I'm going to pack this on the outer corner of my eye. Now you know what? I'm going to go all over the eye. I changed my mind. Pretty color. Ooh. This would make a nice one and done eyeshadow. Oh, look at that. Okay. Ooh, I love this. Let's see if it's layerable. I'm just dipping into the pan. Oh my gosh, these are so easy to work with. I could probably just use my finger. The question is, will it last on my oily lids? You saw I did put a little concealer down to hopefully act as a base, but who knows if that'll work. Using a pencil brush, I'm also going to run it along my lower lash lines. These blend so easily. All right, now I'm going to go in with Glacé, which is like a light champagne pink. And I think I'm just going to use my finger and pop that right in the center. Oh yes. Pretty. For eyeliner, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I did speak about this new Revi eye pencil in my last video of the year, which was my Get Ready With Me using some of my favorite products from 2025. And this snuck in under the wire. I got it about 2 weeks before the end of the year. And that was the only video I was able to demonstrate it in. And I think it deserves more airtime. So I'm going to use it in this video as well. This is called Soft Definition Longwear Eyeliner. And I'm using the shade Umber. And I'm taking this right along my upper lash lines. And then I'm making a baby wing. Then I'm using an angled eyeliner brush and blending it out. So you do have some playtime with this eyeliner before it sets and stays on all day. Then I curl my lashes and use the same pencil to tight line. Okay, now I want to take a little bit of my concealer again. Just take a little bit off the top of the applicator and clean up under the corner of my eye. Or I shouldn't say clean up because there's no fallout with a cream shadow, but I just like to give it a little bit more definition and lift. Okay, all right, moving on to blush. This is a new blush duo from Tarte. It is called Macaron Blush and Glow Duo. I purchased Toasted Coconut. On one side, you've got a cream blush, and then on one side, you've got a highlighting powder blush. I'm just picking it up with another double-ended Patrick Ta brush. Oh, okay, that's very pigmented. Oh, I like this color a lot. I think it comes in like 7 or 8 shades. Oh, and there's a little glow to it even without the glowy powder side. Oh, that's nice. I am really liking this look so far. Okay, that's pretty. Now let's try the powder. Oh, I like this. It remains to be seen if I like it better than my Patrick Ta blush duos, because if you know me, you know I love those Patrick Ta blush duos. Okay, moving back to NYX. This is one of their new highlighters. This is the Buttermelt Sticks Glow Boosting Stick in That's So Melt. Packaging is definitely kind of cheap looking. Even though it's drugstore, they can do better packaging than this. So I'm gonna use my finger to apply this right at the top of my cheekbones. Oh, that's very pretty. Oh, and no glitter. No accentuation of any texture. Okay, I gotta flip the mirror around and look closer. All right, okay, NYX, I had very low expectations for this product. Maybe it's because I'm not really drawn to the packaging, and sometimes that can put you off or make you think it's not going to be as good as it ends up being. And this is really nice. I feel like it just made my cheekbones pop. I'm gonna try putting a little bit in the tear duct. All right, I need a brush for that. I'm gonna put a little bit underneath the arch of the brow. All right, let's do a lip combo, or 2, or 3. Yes, I have 3 lip combo options. I went to Ulta yesterday and I noticed that they had new Maybelline lifter lipsticks and lifter liners. The first combo I'm going to show you is called Crop Top. Both the lipstick and the liner have the same name. Starting with the liner. This is reminding me a lot of Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk, perhaps a tad more pink. I do have a couple other shades of these lifter liners and I really, really like them. They're very creamy, they're long wearing. One of these was a matte and one of them was a satin, and I guess I will be able to tell which is which as soon as I open it. Ah, this is definitely a matte. Oh, very creamy, pulling very orange. Okay, I shouldn't say very orange, but somewhat orange. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be as pink as the liner. Let me show you what the packaging looks like. It's a traditional bullet lipstick. I don't hate it. I'm definitely more of a gloss girl, so I would probably add a gloss on top, one of the lifter glosses. It's kind of growing on me. Let's move on to the next combo. This next duo is called Upstate. Okay, I think I like this liner shade better. Let's try the lipstick. It is a satin. Oops, probably should open it first. So one thing I don't like about drugstore products is the packaging. Ooh, this looks darker than I usually wear. It's kind of giving 90s lips. So this is combo number 2. The last lip combo is a high-low combo. I went to Sephora and purchased one of the newly reformulated Dior Lip Glow oils. Why they needed to be reformulated, I don't know exactly, but they did come out with some new shades and a couple new formulas. There's a sparkly formula, there is the original juicy formula, and then 2 of the glaze formula. Even though I can appreciate and wear sometimes a clear gloss or a gloss with just a slight shimmer, I wanted to try one that had more pigmentation, but my only choices were Jelly, which is the one I ended up purchasing, or Strawberry. And Strawberry was just too bright for me. So we're gonna see what Jelly looks like. I said it was a high-low combo because to go with it, I needed a liner that was a little bit more kind of cherry colored to match the gloss. So I bought this one from Sephora collection in Very Cherry. So let's take one last look at this Maybelline combo. Okay, hopefully this lip liner isn't too dark. This is definitely outside of my norm, outside of my comfort zone. The pencil is very creamy though. I'm just using my finger to sort of buff it into my lips so it's not so harsh. Now let's try this lip oil in the glaze formula. Oh, I love this color. The lip liner might need a little bit of toning down, but I don't have a lip brush in here with me. So I'm gonna go add some corner lashes, put on some earrings, see if I can soften the lip liner a little bit, and then, oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to try this Saie Beauty City Set. Actually, I have already used it once, but I did not pay attention to how well it worked that day. This did come in a PR package, and it says here that it is the first clean setting spray with no compromises. Sets makeup for up to 16 hours, natural dewy finish, non-comedogenic and dermatologist tested, suitable for blemish-prone skin, perfect for daily use, non-aerosol, ultrafine mist, comfortable and hydrating, alcohol and fragrance free. Ooh, it feels very cooling and fresh on the skin. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to go add some final touches and be right back. Okay, very good start to the new year. I can honestly say I like everything I used today, and that is not normally the case. Of course, as usual, I will have a caption right here on the screen letting you know how my makeup looked at the end of the day, and then I will also do a follow-up video in the near future giving you updates. Sometimes those updates come in the form of a favorites and fails video, but other times I just kind of organically, randomly mention a product that I've used in the past and give you an update on it. So that is my way of forcing you to watch all of my videos. I'm just kidding. If you ever miss out on an update, feel free to ask me in the comments, and as long as I see your comment, I will gladly respond. As of now, the foundation, concealer, and powder are all winners. My issue with this product is the same issue I have with the L'Oreal Infallible Blur Factor. You're just not getting a lot for the money. If you were to purchase 4 of these, that would equal the amount of a full-size Laura Mercier translucent loose powder, but you would be spending $10 more. Ultimately, it does make more financial sense to invest in a larger amount of powder that you love, pay a little bit more upfront, but not have to keep repurchasing it and ultimately spending more. When it comes to foundation and concealer, it does not get more budget friendly than this. $16 and $5. I don't believe that anyone would guess that I am wearing a $20-ish foundation and concealer combo. The Milani bronzer, yes, highly recommend. The Tarte blush duo, I like this a lot. However, I do not believe it's a necessity if you already have one or two or a collection of Patrick Ta blush duos. It is $38, so it's a little pricey, but I do think the formula is really nice. It's pigmented, it's dewy, the glow is buildable. I did go back and add a little bit more when I was doing those finishing touches, like adding some eyelashes and softening my lip liner. So it is coming up a little bit pinkier now because I did go in and build it up. Yeah, this is something that as of now, I would recommend checking out if it intrigues you. Oh, the Merit eyeshadows, the Solo Sheen eyeshadows. I bet you I could recreate this look now in 5 minutes or less, just using my fingers. As long as they stay on my lids and I don't end up with a pool of oil in here, then I will continue to use these and sing their praises in future videos. All right, the lip combos. The Maybelline Lifter collection really has not let me down yet. From the glosses to the liners to now these lipsticks, both formulas felt really good on my lips, both the matte and the satin. The colors were not necessarily ones that I would have immediately been drawn to had there been testers available, but because there weren't any testers available, I just, grabbed two duos that looked closest to what I would usually be drawn to. Let me know in the comments if Crop Top with the matte was your favorite, or if you preferred the Upstate duo with the satin finish lipstick and more of a grayish 90s look. As I mentioned, I did go ahead and sort of soften the edges of the lip liner because it was a little bit too harsh. I love the color of this and the feel of this and the shine, but I think next time I'm going to pair it with a lighter lip pencil. When it comes to the setting spray, what I think people are going to like about it is the fact that it is alcohol-free, that it does have a very, very fine mist. It's cooling on the skin. There's no scent. I'm gonna spray again because it felt so good. And it's not super wet feeling on the skin. I don't feel like I have to sit here and fan my face for 10 seconds. All right, as I mentioned earlier, all of the products and the shade names will be listed and linked down below in the description box. If you are on your mobile, all you have to do is hit show more to bring down that description box. I will also link what I can through YouTube Shopping. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate that. I also really appreciate it when you share my videos with friends you think may enjoy them. I hope you will subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find me over on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. My username is the same on every platform. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.